MasterPlanXR is my attempt to make project planning and project management a little easier by moving into the cloud. So what you can do is you can create your own project room. So you key in the name of the project and your own username. And if you give your team that same name, they can come and join you. So it's a multi-user experience. We have a project plan in here, and the idea is to collaborate on this plan. So you can all edit it and add tasks and update the resources at the same time. So this is using a stereo kit window. And I wanted to be able to extend off the page, so with the legends and also the tasks. So the window is not too large, it doesn't block your view. But we're making more use of virtual reality and the space available to us. So we can scroll that and you'll see that tasks fade in as they go into the distance. These are all set up as handles, so we can highlight them, we can grab them, and we can easily move them around so they're locked to the pane. And we can add tasks using StereoKit's user interface. It's very quick to do these. So we can enter how much resource is required, we can allocate people to it, say how much work they've completed so far, and how much effort they're putting into the project or into this particular task. So you'll see there we've got a new task. So the yellow bar says how much of it has been resourced, and the green bar is how much is currently complete. Now, if we move that onto the same line as another task, if they begin to overlap, you will see again we make use of the space available to us, and that pops up in 3D. And we know that we need to rectify that and move it into its own space. We can also set dependencies for tasks. So if we go into the task details, and let's say it has to come after choose cakes. So now if we move it before that, again it pops up. So again, it's quite nice and easy to do this dragging and dropping within StereoKit. It's using a custom shader as well, just to put these little lines on. So while we're working on the plan, as I say, everybody can edit it at the same time. But if you want to discuss it, it's a good idea to be able to cast it. So we can actually put a bigger version into the middle. So with that, I just call an extra, well, I call the whole routine again under a different hierarchy. And the way the user interface works, it means it'll just draw it all again. And I do it at a bigger scale. So that will rotate and face each user that is stood around in the environment. Now what we can also do is put a laser pointer on. So now I can actually point at tasks as I'm discussing them. And that position I'm pointing to will get translated into the correct position on everybody's individual screen because it's rotated towards them. So as well as having a plan that we can work on together, I thought it'd be useful to be able to have other assets that we might find useful in this persistent project room. So we can browse assets. We can add folders to group things, and then we can add, currently it's images, but I want to add PDFs and other things later on. So if I want to add another cake, I could upload some donuts. It stores that into the cloud. And we can also pin that to the wall, so we can have these for reference, just have project assets around as we're having our team meetings. So hopefully to be an ideal place for meetings in here. And if we're using the laser pointer, we can also just quickly click on any of these images on the walls and bring them into the casting area so that we can continue talking about them and gesturing towards them again. So loading the assets was using the file picker that's in StereoKit, and that gets uploaded to Azure and stored as blobs in the cloud, and the whole project plan is stored in the cloud as well. So you can get anybody to join you from any location and just give them the right project code. And that's the general idea. So you just move things around. It's much less wasted space than Gantt charts.